Hey yogis, this is Karen, and thanks for joining us for the second week of the Flexi Straps March Yoga Challenge, interpreted and sequenced by Azur and myself. For demo purpose, we're doing the first side of sequencing with a strap, and the second side is without. Begin by shifting your weight into the right leg, bringing the heel to the ankle, or maybe to the calf, or you can even bring the sole of the foot into the thigh for your tree pose, hand to prayer. And if you don't have any knee issues, we can try a bound half lotus tree variation by putting the strap around the sole of your foot and bringing your left ankle to the right hip crease, holding the strap with the right hand and then passing it behind the back to the left hand to assist with the bind, raising the right arm up. After a few breaths here, we're going to gently release the strap and release the foot down to the ground, stepping to the front of our mat on an inhale, raising the arms up, exhaling, lunging at the hips, folding over the legs, stepping the right foot back, and plant the right hand firmly on the ground. Inhale the left arm up for high lunge twist. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhaling to twist a little bit deeper. Next, we're going to bring the left palm to the inside of the left foot, shifting the back foot to be parallel with the back of the mat. We're going to lift the right arm up and open the chest towards the sky for a side angle pose here. Pressing down evenly with both feet. Inhaling, exhaling. And if you'd like a deeper shoulder opener, let's grab the strap with our right arm and gracefully place it behind our back. And then bring that left arm underneath the thigh and grab for the strap to complete the bind. And once we're here, we can move into a bound triangle by straightening the front leg. After a few breaths here, we can release the bind, extending the right arm up and the left arm to the shin or floor, reaching the right hip towards the back of the mat. On an inhale, raising the torso up and shifting the left foot to be parallel with the right, pressing into the outer edges of the feet. Bring your hands to your hips. And then make sure they are even. Hinge at the hips, lowering your torso forward, sitting bones towards the sky. Plant the left palm in front of your face, and then raise the right arm for a twist. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, twisting. Then bringing the right palm down to the ground, twisting the opposite way. Finding length here in the spine. Exhaling, releasing both hands down. Bringing the hands back to the hips. Use your core to lift the torso up. And then you're going to grab your blocks and shift your feet to face the front of the mat. Ground your back foot and square your hips forward. For a shoulder opener, clasp your arms behind the back and try not to round in the back. If you feel yourself rounding, you can place your hands back on the blocks. And from here, we'll come into a little twist. So bring your right hand to the outside of your left foot and take the little twist. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, twisting. Then releasing. From here, we'll transition through a lunge by bringing the right leg down to the mat and then bending the knee. Left leg shifts up and over the right, grounding the sit bones down. We're going to come into a half Lord of the Fishes here. So bring the left arm behind your back. And then twisting from the lower belly, bring the right arm up. And then that right elbow goes to the outside of your left thigh, near the knee. pressing that left foot actively into the floor. Be sure to distribute the twist evenly throughout the length of the spine, not just in the lower back. And as we inhale, we lengthen up through the crown, and exhale, twist a bit deeper. Releasing this pose, we take a slight counter twist towards the right. From here, exploring our half lotus by carefully bringing the left foot into the right hip crease. Here, if you want to explore the bind, you can take the strap and wrap it around the sole of your foot, and then grab the strap with your left arm, creating that bind behind you. You want to expand here in your chest, lifting the shoulders and taking a few moments to breathe here in this pose. Moving on, if you'd like, we can try for a full lotus by now bringing the right foot into the left hip crease, being very mindful of the knees. And again, clasping opposite elbows behind our back for a deeper shoulder opener. Full lotus is a very advanced pose, and also a good reminder that yoga is a practice and more about intention than perfecting the poses. It's an internal journey. And just as this video is very imperfect, your practice in the beginning may feel awkward or imperfect, but this gives you a chance to learn and grow and embrace yourself as you are. Transitioning to our second side, we're going to make our way into a downward facing dog, pushing the hips up and back towards the sky. And then bring the right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale for a nice flat back. Exhale, folding over the legs. Inhaling, raising the arms up towards the sky, looking up. And then exhaling, hands through heart center. Shifting the weight into the left leg, you're going to bend the knee out to the side, bringing the sole of the foot to the calf or maybe the thigh. We'll find reverse prayer hands behind our back by pressing the pinkies into the back as you press your palms together, collarbones broad, spine long. Moving on to explore the bound half lotus tree variation, we'll bring the foot to the hip and then crawl that right hand back around behind the back. Focusing your gaze here will help you maintain balance and help you ease into the pose. Always remember to breathe, taking deep inhales and full exhales. And then we slowly release the arm, release the feet, and turn to face the front of our mat. From here, inhale, reaching the arms up, exhaling, hinging at the hips, folding over. Step the left foot back into low lunge, making sure the right knee is aligning over the right ankle. Plant the left palm down, raising the right arm up towards the sky. Inhaling, lengthening here. From here, shifting into our side angle pose by bringing that right palm into the inside of that foot, shifting the back foot parallel to the mat, opening out the top arm towards the sky. And let's open the shoulder by circling that arm back and down, palm facing towards the ground, arm up over the ear. And then rotating that left arm to fall behind your back, taking your right arm underneath your right thigh to clasp your left hand or your wrist. Moving into our bound triangle, we straighten the front leg, but keep a micro bend in that knee, opening out the arms, spiraling the chest towards the ceiling, coming into that triangle. Releasing the triangle, finding our pyramid pose here. Feet are stepped about 3 feet apart, back foot is at a diagonal. We inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, folding forward. You want to keep a nice straight spine here. If you'd like, you can bring the hands back into your reverse prayer, Pinkies pressing against the back, palms firmly planted together. And then we release that for a twist. Left arm to the outside of the right foot. Right arm reaches up, gazes up, hips squaring forward. And then we slowly release the right arm down. As we transition into our half Lord of the Fish pose, we're going to bend at the knees, bringing the left leg down to the ground. Right knee bends and points directly towards the sky, grounding into the sit bones, and press that right foot firmly into the ground. Exhale and twist toward the inside of the right thigh, pressing the right hand into the floor behind you, and placing your left upper arm to the outside of your right thigh near the knee. As we inhale, we lengthen through the spine, and as we exhale, we twist just a little bit deeper in this pose. After a few breaths, we take a slight counter twist towards the left side. Being mindful of the knees, we're going to slowly move into our bound half lotus here by shifting that right foot into the left hip crease, and then reaching that right arm back behind the back, grabbing for the foot, and then inhaling, extending the spine, lengthening here, grounding into the sit bones, and releasing into the pose for a few breaths. In a fully sequenced class, you would want to do a staff pose before you moved into a full lotus. But for our purposes, I'm fully warmed up, so I'm just going to bring that left leg over the top of the right into the hip crease. And once again, I'm going to find that reverse prayer hand. Thank you all for joining us on our first rough exploration of filming, editing, and yoga challenges. We hope to be a part of your journey just as much as you are a part of ours. Namaste.